Exercise 2.4. In 10th standard, we learnt about quadratic equation, isn't it? It's in the form of x square minus of sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots equal to 0. Here the same thing we are going to follow the equation. Okay, let me see the exercise 2.4. The first problem. Construct a quadratic equation with roots 7 and minus 3. We are going to construct a quadratic equation with roots 7 and minus 3. The same method we can follow here. In 10th standard we learned that sum of the factors. That means we have to take this 7 and minus 3. So sum of the factors 7 plus minus 3, which is equal to 4. And then product of the factors, that means 7 into minus 3, which is equal to minus 21. The general form of the quadratic equation is x square minus sum of the roots of x plus product of the roots equal to 0. So here I want to substitute the value of sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Here sum of the roots is 4 and product of the roots are minus 21. So let me substitute here. So that I got x square minus 4x minus 21 equal to 0. This method we learnt already in 10th standard. We have one more method also here. Okay, see that roots are 7 and minus 3. We can take the factors from the roots x minus 7 and x plus 3. Just we want to write in the factor form. So this 7 can written as x minus 7. This minus 3 will be x plus 3. So here I want to take the factors of the quadratic equation is x minus 7 and x plus 3. I want to find the quadratic equation, isn't it? So just multiply the factors, that is x minus 7 into x plus 3 equal to 0. So I want to multiply both the factors there, so that I got like this: x square, x into x square, then x into 3, it is 3x, and then by minus 7 into x is minus 7x, and minus 7 into 3 is minus 21. So I got like this. If you simplify this minus 7x and plus 3x, you will get minus 4x. So our required equation is x square minus 4x minus 21 equal to 0. Let me see the second problem now. A quadratic polynomial has one of its roots is 1 plus root 5 and it satisfies p of 1 equal to 2. Find the quadratic polynomial. So already this quadratic polynomial has one of its zeros, it's nothing but one of its factors is 1 plus root 5. Okay, here always irrational roots occur in conjugate pairs. That means if 1 plus root 5 is one root, we can take that conjugate, that means 1 minus root 5 is also a root of the equation. So we can conclude this 1 plus root 5 and 1 minus root 5 are the roots of the equation. From this I want to find sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So sum of the roots equal to 1 plus root 5 plus 1 minus root 5, the sum of two roots. So here I can cancel this root 5 and minus root 5. So answer will be 1 plus 1, 2. And then I want to find the product of the roots. So 1 plus root 5 into 1 minus root 5, it's in the form of a plus b into a minus b. So that here a 1 square minus root 5 square is root 5. So 1 minus root 5 is minus 4. So this is the this we found sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So by using these two, I want to form the quadratic polynomial. So we know that the quadratic polynomial is nothing but x square minus of sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. Here we have it satisfies some p of 1 equal to 2 is given. So I want to take like this, always some constant will be there, either it may be 1 or something. Okay, so the common term we have to write like this, p of x equal to k into x square minus of sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. Okay, and then p of x equal to, here sum of the roots is 2, so substitute here, and product is minus 4, so substitute here, so that p of x equal to k into minus 2x minus 4. And then here in the problem it is given p of 1 equal to 2. So I want to substitute here instead of x. So p of 1 equal to k into, instead of 1 x square, 1 square is there, minus 2x, minus 2 into 1 minus 4, and simplifying this I can get this, the value of p of 1 is 2 equal to, here I got p of x equal to, instead of this, from this I got the value k equal to minus 2 by 5. Okay, so in the given general equation I want to substitute this value, so that I got p of x equal to minus 2 by 5 into x square minus 2x minus 4. Okay. Third problem. If alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, x square plus root x plus 3 equal to 0, form a quadratic polynomial with zeros 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Here equation is given, that quadratic equation is given already. Let me take this equation is x square plus root 2x plus 3 equal to 0. For this quadratic equation, let me take alpha and beta are the roots of the equation. Alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation. If the roots are given, I can find the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So here the sum of the roots from the equation is root 2 and product of the roots from the equation is 3. So the sum is nothing but alpha plus beta and product is nothing but alpha beta. Okay, so I got now alpha plus beta equal to minus root 2. Here in this general format I have x square minus of sum of the roots into x. Here I have plus, isn't it? So I want to take like this. Here alpha plus beta equal to minus root 2 and alpha beta equal to 3. Okay, and then we want to find the quadratic polynomial with zeros 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. By using these zeros only I want to find the quadratic polynomial. Okay, let me see that. Here the required equation is nothing but x square minus sum of the roots, that means 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta of x plus product of the roots, that means 1 by alpha into 1 by beta equal to 0. So for this first bracket, that means for this, if you want to take LCM, you can simplify this. So cross multiply, so that I will get alpha plus beta divided by alpha beta. Here just we have to multiply in this, so that 1 by alpha beta. So already we have the value of alpha plus beta is minus root 3. So we can substitute here. So instead of this alpha beta, we can substitute minus root 2. Instead of this alpha beta, we can substitute the value 3. So now for this bracket I got root 2 by 3 plus here 1 by alpha beta is there, so 1 by, instead of this alpha beta you can substitute 3. Okay, and then here in this denominators both we have got 3 only, so I can easily multiply with the numerator by 3, so that the equation will become here 3x square minus, that minus and minus will become as plus here, so plus root 2x plus 1 equal to 0. The whole divided by 3 will be there. If you cross multiply, you will get 0 here. So your quadratic equation is 3x square plus root x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, do you got it there? Fourth sum. If one root of k into x minus 1 the whole square equal to 5x minus 7 is double the other root, show that k equal to 2 or minus 25. The first I have to simplify the equation, and then I want to show the value of k. So take down this equation, k into x minus 1 the whole square equal to 5x minus 7. So we can expand this bracket x minus 1 the whole square in the formula a minus b the whole square. So I got k into x square minus 2x plus 1 here. Take this 5x and minus 7 to the same side, so that we got minus 5x plus 7 equal to 0. And then we want to remove the bracket. So just multiply the kx square minus 2kx plus k. And then we want to make this as a quadratic equation, isn't it? So like terms we have to group here. So here the x square term is kx square, and here we have x terms, so take x as common factor. So I have minus 2k and minus 5, we can take minus also outside there. So 2k plus 5 in the bracket of x plus the remaining thing we have k plus 7, that is the constant term here, is equal to 0. So now this is the required polynomial. Okay, the next thing is given in our problem. If one of the root is double the other root, that is the condition. So let the first root be alpha and the second root is 2 alpha, because it is doubled. So 2 alpha is the another root. Okay, so now we got alpha and 2 alpha are the roots of this equation kx square minus of 2k plus 5 of x plus k plus 7 equal to 0. From this we want to take the sum of the roots. Okay, so sum of the roots are alpha plus 2 alpha, which is equal to 2k plus 5. If you add alpha plus 2 alpha, we will get 3 alpha now. 3 alpha equal to 2k plus 5. So alpha equal to 2k plus 5 divided by 3k. Then we want to find the product of the roots. That means alpha into 2 alpha. So in that equation, given equation, what we found is k plus 7. That is the constant term, isn't it? So I can take this as k plus 7 by k. Okay, so if you multiply both the things here, I can get 2 alpha square equal to k plus 7 by k. And then instead of this alpha, I can substitute the value. Already we found that, isn't it? So substitute the value here, which is equal to k plus 7 by k. And then here the whole square is given. So square the numerator and the denominator. If we square the numerator, we got 2k plus 5 the whole square. The same formula, a plus b the whole square. So I got 4k square plus 20k plus 25 divided by here 9k square. So which is equal to k plus 7 by k here. And then we can cancel on both the sides. Here 1k and k will be cancelled, get cancelled. So we'll have simply we can cross multiply by this 9 to the other side. So we'll get 2 into the numerator here, which is equal to that cross multiply 9 k into k plus 7. So we can cancel these things, so that we got 9k square plus 63k. And then here also we have to multiply this, so that we got like this. So simplifying all the things, we'll have k minus 2 and k plus 25 equal to 0 as the factors. Therefore k equal to 2 or k equal to minus 25. In that problem, they ask you to show that k equal to 2 or k equal to minus 25. So hence we proved here. The next problem, the fifth one. Fifth sum, if the difference of the roots of the equation 2x square minus of a plus 1 into x plus a minus 1 equal to 0 is equal to their product, then prove that a equal to 2. Here, if the difference of the roots of the equation is equal to their product, that is the condition. Okay, so let me take alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation of this equation. So here sum of the roots equal to a plus 1. In the bracket I have a plus 1. Here in near we have to divide the whole equation by 2, because here we have 2. So if we divide the whole equation by 2, you will get x square minus a plus 1 by 2, isn't it? So that a plus 1 by 2 is the sum of the roots. And then product of the roots is a minus 1 by 2. Here this divided by 2 here. Okay, and then here from the given data, it's already given the difference of the roots is equal to their product. Okay, so we want to take this here, the difference of the roots is equal to the product of the roots. Difference is nothing but alpha minus beta, and product is alpha beta. Squaring on both the sides, we got alpha minus beta the whole square equal to alpha beta the whole square. This alpha minus beta can be written in the form of algebraic form, alpha plus beta the whole square minus 4 alpha beta equal to alpha beta the whole square. So alpha plus beta is, we found the value a plus 1 by 2, and alpha beta is a minus 1 by 2. So substitute all the values in this equation, you got like this, and then we want to simplify now. Okay, how to simplify that? Just expand the numerator and the denominator separately. In the numerator we have a plus 1 the whole square, so that is in the form a plus b the whole square formula. So expand this, and then here 2 square is 4, and then here 2 and 2 will get cancelled here. 2 will be there, so 2 into a minus 1 equal to, here in the numerator we have a minus 1 the whole square. So write this formula divided by 4 here. Okay, and then here and here we have 4. So throughout the equation we want to multiply by 4. Okay, so if you multiply that thing, here we can cancel this 4 and this 4. If you multiply here, it will become 8. So a square plus 2a plus 1 minus 8 of a minus 1 equal to the same thing what we are having here. And then remove the brackets here, multiply with this. If you simplify everything, you will get a equal to 2. That's what we want to prove here. So the value of a is equal to 2 now. Sixth problem. Find the condition that one of the roots of ax square plus bx plus c may be negative of the other, thrice of the other, reciprocal of the other. So 3 conditions are there. We want to find one by one. Okay. First let me take the equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. The first one is we want to find negative of the other. Let me take the roots as alpha and minus alpha, because the root is alpha, the negative of the other is minus alpha. So I want to take like this. First thing, we want to find the sum of the roots. That means alpha plus minus alpha equal to, for this equation sum of the root is b by a. So minus b by a. So a plus minus a is 0 here. So I got 0 equal to minus b by a. Cross multiply, if you cross multiply, you can get minus b equal to 0. If minus b equal to 0, b equal to 0. So this is the first option. The second one, we have thrice the other. So thrice the other. Let me take that equation. The roots is thrice the other. So we want to take the root is alpha and the other root is 3 alpha. Okay. So now sum of the roots are alpha plus 3 alpha, which is equal to minus b by a. Alpha plus alpha is minus 4a equal to minus b by a. From this I want to find the value of alpha. So alpha equal to minus b by 4a. And then product is alpha into 3 alpha. So 3 alpha square is there, which is equal to c by a. For alpha we found the value already, minus b by 4a. So substitute this value here. So I got, instead of this alpha I got minus b by 4a equal to c by a. If we square this, we will get 3 into b square at the numerator divided by 16a square equal to c by a. So from this we can get the value of c. So keep c as it is here. Take this a to the cross multiplication there. So we will get 3b square a by 16a square. We can get cancel. We can cancel one a. Here itself we can cancel the. Okay, so that we will get 3b square by 16a equal to c. And then cross multiply this, we got 3b square equal to 16ac. The next one, the third one we have, let the roots is reciprocal of the other. So let the root is alpha and the reciprocal is 1 by alpha. So product equal to alpha into 1 by alpha, which is equal to c by a. So alpha and alpha will get cancelled. So 1 equal to c by a, which implies c equal to a here. Okay. Seventh problem. In the equation x square minus ax plus b equal to 0 and x square minus ex plus f equal to 0 have one root in common, and If the second equation has equal roots, then prove that AE equal to 2 into B plus F. We want to prove this. Okay. First let me take the first equation. X square minus AX plus B equal to 0. Here alpha and beta are the root of the equation, and alpha is common root of that equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, so here I want to take alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. Sum of the roots alpha plus beta equal to, from this equation I can take A. So alpha plus beta equal to A. Then product of the roots. Product of the roots is alpha beta equal to B. So alpha beta equal to B is there. Now I want to take the second equation. X square minus EX plus F equal to 0. Here alpha is common for the equation 1 and 2, and here the second root is common equal to the same roots. That means alpha and alpha are the roots of the second equation. Okay, here sum of the root is alpha plus alpha equal to E. That alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha equal to E. Then product is alpha into alpha equal to F. Here alpha into alpha is, this is wrong here, just correct it there, alpha square. Here alpha square equal to F. It must be alpha square, it's not, this is wrong here. So don't write this, you just you have to write this 2 alpha is wrong, you just write alpha square. Okay, and then we want to prove AE equal to 2 into B plus F. Okay, so keep as it is the AE, and instead of this 2 into 1 minute. Okay, so take this left hand side AE. For this A, already we have alpha plus beta. So instead of this A, I want to substitute alpha plus beta, and then instead of this E, we got already 2 alpha. So write 2 alpha here. So just multiply this, so that we will get 2 into alpha square plus alpha beta. Take this 2 as common term, common factor here. Okay, and then here for this alpha square we have already F. This is alpha square, this is not 2 alpha, this is alpha square. So for alpha square we have already F, and for alpha beta we have already B. So you can substitute here for alpha square and alpha beta is B plus F. So we got the answer AE equal to 2 into B plus F. Thus we conclude this. Okay, the next problem, discuss the nature of roots. Minus x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So the nature of roots we learnt already in 10th standard itself, isn't it? So that the nature of roots are nothing but b square. We have to check the b square minus 4ac whether it is greater than 0 or less than 0 or equal to 0. If it is greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. If it is equal to 0, or else that we can find the distinct roots there. Okay, so let me see one by one here. Here the first problem is minus x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Here first we want to write a values of a, b, c. A is -1, b is 3, c is 1. So a, b, c. Then let we substitute in the value b square minus 4ac. So here 3 square minus 4 into -1 into 1. So I got 13. 13 is a positive number. So which is greater than 0. Therefore the nature of the root is real and distinct. The next problem, we have 4x square minus x minus 2. Here a is 4 and b is -1 and c is -2. Then substitute in the same formula b square minus 4ac. We got the answer is 33. That is positive. So the answer is real and distinct. And then this 9x square plus 5x equal to 0. Here x square, x term is missing, constant term is missing. Let we take this as 0. So here a is 9, b is 5 and c is 0. So again we want to substitute in this. So we got positive there. So the value is real and distinct there. Okay. Ninth sum. Without sketching the graphs, find whether the graphs of the following functions will be intersect the x-axis, and if so, in how many points. Okay, here it's given that 3 problems are there. So one by one we want to see here. First let me take the problem. Y equal to x square plus x plus 2. As usual we want to check the nature of roots. So a equal to 1, b equal to 1 and c equal to 2. Substitute in the formula b square minus 4ac. So we got -7 here. -7 is negative. So negative is nothing but less than x less than or equal to less than x less than 0. That means less than 0 is nothing but it doesn't meet x-axis. Okay, and then the next one, y equal to x square minus 3x minus 7. Here a is 1, b is -3 and c is -7. Again we want to substitute in the formula b square minus 4ac. The answer is positive. So we have 2 different values here. So that we can conclude it intersects x-axis at 2 points. If it is positive, it intersects 2 points. If it is negative, it does not meet x-axis. Okay. And then the third one, x square plus 6x plus 9. Here also we got a equal to 1, b equal to 6 and c equal to 9. And then we have to substitute in the formula b square minus 4ac. The answer is 0 here. So if it is 0, it touches x-axis at 1 point. If it is 0. Okay, that is the condition here. And then we have the next 10th sum. Write f of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 4 in complete square form. So take f of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 4. Okay, I want to write this quadratic equation into complete square form. For this, I want to take the coefficient of x, that is 5. Here we have some method, just listen. First we want to take the coefficient of x here, that is 5. Divide this number by 2. Okay, that is 5 by 2. By the square of this number, that means 5 by 2 the whole square, we have to add and subtract to the given equation. We have to add and subtract in the given equation. Now just compare this equation here. X square and x square is given. 5x and 5x is there. And then I want to add this 5 by 2 the whole square. And we want to subtract this 5 by 2 the whole square. Here already is the 4 is there. So keep the 4 as it is here. Okay, what I took there, just take the coefficient of x is 5, divide by 2. For every problem we have to divide by 2 only. Okay, and then take the square of this number, that is 5 by 2 the whole square. I want to add and subtract this one to the given equation. So the other things already is there, x square, 5x and 4 is there. Keep as it is. Along with this, I want to add and subtract 5 by 2 the whole square here and subtract 5 by 2 the whole square. Do you got it there? And then I want to take the first three terms as it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I want to write this in a plus b the whole square. Okay. So here if it is plus, we have to put plus symbol here. If it is plus, put plus symbol here. If it is minus, we want to put minus symbol here. Okay. So be careful about this. So I have x plus 5 by 2 the whole square, and here I want to square the number. That means here minus is there already. Keep minus as it is because the square is only for this bracket, not for this minus symbol. So 25 by 4 plus 4, and then we want to simplify these things separately. Okay. So 25 by 4 plus 4 minus 25 is there, cross multiply there, plus 16 divided by 4. So minus 25 plus 16 is 9, isn't it? So minus 9 is there, so that we got minus 9 by 4 here. This minus 9 by 4 can be written in the form 3 by 2 the whole square. Okay, 3 by 2 the whole square. So we have to, here it is written wrong. So you just strike it out and write it here. Okay, you have to write 3 by 2 the whole square. Okay, and then this completion form is x plus 5 by 3 the whole square minus, here this is 3 by 2 the whole square. So you just, this is a mistake here. So you have to correct like this, 3 by 2 the whole square. Okay.